My name is Olivia. I'm a dual economics and political science major at the University of West Florida, and I'm a member of the Moot Court Society. The Moot Court Society aims to prepare students for the rigors of intercollegiate moot court competition. Moot court is a mock appellate court situation in which there's a hypothetical problem issued and students have to argue a hypothetical problem before the Supreme Court based on actual court precedents. So it involves a lot of legal research, constitutional history, and legal arguments, which can include two parts. The first part is drafting an opinion and writing an argument for the court, and then the other part is oral argument, and that's where we actually compete and go to a regional competition, and you have to be able to argue both sides of the issue before the court. You compete with a team of 2 people, and then the finals are held in January, so the regionals are in the fall semester, and then the national competition is held in December or January over Christmas break or in the spring. Personally, I joined the Moot Court Society because I plan on attending law school, and I know that moot court is an activity that's required for law school students. I thought that it would be good to participate as an undergraduate to prepare me for that, and also to distinguish myself from other applicants. Usually at the undergraduate level, mock trial is more popular than moot court because it focuses on the trial court process, and it's a 6 to 10 person team in which you have lawyers and witnesses. And what attracted me to moot court was that it was pretty much strictly legal research, and you participate with one other team just as the legal counsels before the Supreme Court. So it's definitely strengthened my ability to research legal history and my ability to form a legal argument based on precedents, which is something that that's a skill I didn't have before. So it's definitely prepared me for the sort of work that I'll be doing in law school and the type of thing that I want to be able to put on my law school application. So I look at it, even if the competitions do not turn out favorably and you don't win, it's still a good experience because I've learned a lot about legal research and legal writing through this. So, while the legal research and the case history is exciting, my favorite part of moot court is definitely the competition. That's sort of the point where all of the hard work we've put in gets put to use and we get to have a little fun. Our competitions are once a semester and they're out of town, so after months of working on these cases and putting together our arguments, practicing our oral arguments, we get to actually go and compete against other schools using the same case who have been working just as hard as we have, and to see how other people have put together their arguments and compare their thoughts and how different minds have approached the same legal situation. But it's also a lot of fun. You get to bond with your teammates and see them in an atmosphere that you might not normally get to see them in other than a classroom where you're discussing legal history. So. Usually because the subject matter is so intimidating and the volume of case law is pretty overwhelming, people don't join moot court until they're a junior or a senior and they've been in the program for a little longer. But I would definitely recommend getting into something like this as soon as possible because it's something that you'll get better at over time. Most people, when they first start, don't really understand it very well, but it's a skill that you can develop with practice, and the more you practice your legal argument, the better you'll be at it. And it's not just for people who want to go to law school. I would suggest moot court for anyone who wants to practice their public speaking or perfect their ability to create an argument, because if you're going to be in moot court, you have to be prepared to answer questions sort of off the cuff and randomly, because you prepare your argument for months, but when you get into the courtroom, the judges and the lawyers and the legal professors are going to ask you questions that you might not have anticipated, and you have to be able to answer those questions using your own critical thinking skills and the history that you've read. So it's definitely a good organization for anyone who's looking to hone their critical thinking skills or their oral presentations, not just people who are interested in law school specifically.